going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 173 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. Adam, I'm lying. It's actually the 31st because it's past midnight, and we just started recording.
Ken, you are breaking the magic.
I was like, yo, let's record on Tuesday night instead of Wednesday night to give me a little extra time to get the podcast out. It's been late a little bit lately, trying to get this shit together.
Listen, the trainers just want the content. They don't want to hear they don't want to hear the sob stories.
I'm sorry. It is. You know what? You're right. You're right. But anyway, it's an early morning on Wednesday, March 31st.
It was a brisk cold morning.
But I'm Ken. That's Adam.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey,
hi, everybody.
You know us. You know us from that Lured Up podcast. Oh, wait.
Dude, maybe they were just referred into Pokemon Go and they're listening for the first time.
Maybe.
Because they were referred in. We'll get there. We'll get there.
No,
right,
seriously, if you're going to refer friends, make your buddy Pokemon be like, listen, the number 2, Lured Up. Like, put that as their name. Listen to Lured Up.
Wow.
I don't know if you can, but that should be a thing. Hold on. I'm gonna try and name something. Well,
I love that your almost Canadian accent up in New England makes you say lured up, because I give it much more of a draw, like lured up. You're like lured. Dude, we're off the rails 2 minutes in. Anyway, on today's show, we're going to recap the weekly gameplay loop, including sending off Therian Form Thundurus and the wrap-up of Weather Week. We also had Rayquaza Raid Weekend, which was absolutely bonkers. The Tricky Pokemon event has returned, and these Pokemon are up to no good, Adam. I tell you, they're up to no good.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Details on the Spring into Spring event have been announced, and I want every single Chansey Candy XL I can get my hands on, so I will be going hard on that. Very hard. Thick and hard.
Harder than a Geodude.
We had a small GBL update regarding some move updates coming to Season 7. The referral program, like we were saying, is now live worldwide, and that means rewards are up for grabs. We'll talk about that. And then we'll wrap up with a listener email, and we're going to review the known issues page, which was just updated on the 30th. So there's some stuff in there we should talk about.
The issues causing my issues.
Yes, issues causing, it's in issueception. It's like, break one thing, fix another, fix one thing, break another, whatever it is. But we'll talk about what's going on because it was just updated, so we got some fresh info there. But let's start with our recap. March was a fun month. We had a pretty significant balance between natural spawns and event spawns. We had nice stretches of organic, natural, seasonal spawns, like the first part of the month, the 1st through the 9th, were just like the natural season of legend spawns. That was really cool. Then we had a bevy of long and short events, which pretty much rode out for the rest of the month. And this last week went out with a bang with Rayquaza Raid Weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's back up and talk about Weather Week. Adam, I want to hear your thoughts on this, but we had rain and wind boosted Pokemon. Everyone was expecting like dragons in the wild, Dratinis. I didn't see shit for Dratini. So I want to know if you
saw zero dragon.
Yeah, like everyone was like, "Oh, great! I'll finally finish my my Mew quest for catch the 30 dragons." And like,
Niantic Cat was like, "No, I'm gonna push the button that doesn't allow dragons to spawn." Sorry,
we might have said wind, but by wind we did not mean dragons.
We meant things that fly.
No, exactly. Here's some Ducklet.
No, that makes sense because that was one of the tasks. It was like catch flying types. Like, seriously? Put a dragon in there. Come on.
I had Ducklet and Drifloon, and I did Go Plus a Hundo Drifloon at home. So
you know what I Go Plus? Cool. No, well, I didn't Go Plus. I actually caught it. A 100% Fanfy.
Okay,
that's
cute.
But I already have one because during
the Hundo family
last year, PAX East, when I was meeting up with Zoe, somebody called out a Fanfy that was 100%, right. And I already caught one. So it's kind of like lackluster, right. But hey, it's a Hundo. Now I can keep a Fanfy and a Donphan.
We also had Mega Houndoom, Mega Barack Obama Snow, and Electrike in Mega Raids. We also had the final days of Therian Form Thundurus. Shiny rainy form cast form was released, but I sure caught a bunch of sunny and normal form cast form during the week because the in-game weather spawns, they were like conflicting with the event spawns. And even though we had like a rainy part to weather week and a windy part to weather week, whatever the natural in-game weather was still pumping out spawns. So I could be in like the rainy part of the weather week, and if it's sunny in my area, and I'm catching fucking sunny form cast form. So for me, the immersion wasn't there on the event because, like, I don't know. I think I probably would have been happier if the in-game weather was, like, disabled for that event, where this is just, like, a full override.
Yep.
Fucking, that would have been so much better. The event would have felt, stronger, but I understand the diversity of spawns would be cut significantly. But the fact that you're catching sunny form, cast form during rainy weather week, that just didn't feel right, like, at all.
Especially when it was raining and you were catching regular cast form.
Yeah, you said you were catching a bunch of normal types, right?
No, I wasn't catching normal types. I didn't want to catch them. I didn't even check them.
Mean
I didn't
they were
even
there?
Shiny check them.
You saw them. You saw them.
I saw them on the map, and I said, "No, you will not get the best of me." Like, that's one thing that I will say bothers me, because we did have the cast form day, and it was like there were so many. Like, I caught 20 plus shinies. I mean, I don't know. I'd have somebody that's have to go back to that episode to listen to how many we caught, but I caught so many that I've just been deleting them at random because there's so many of them.
Right.
I don't need them. So it was like, I don't want to click one and get another one and just be sad about it, because I'd be like, really? It's like having a community day for not that great of a Pokemon, and then, hey, here's another event where that's the highlighted Pokemon.
Yeah, here's a C-Dot. Here's another
right?
C-Dot.
Right?
No, but no.
Like, there should have been.
It's.
I feel like there should have been like 3 spotlight. Well, rainy was like the highlight. I think there should have been a rainy cast form spotlight hour, and then that would have made it feel a little bit more weathery. But the fact of the matter is you saw sunny.
Yeah.
I saw regular, and it was like, I don't understand. And then Josh from Special Conditions, he posted on Twitter that was like, Niantic, if I actually could have the weather spawns in correlation to weather week. So he was basically saying, I want, like, where's rainy cast form? And
sure,
so he's like,
rare as shit.
He's like saying, like, the weather, he's clicking the weather and saying the weather's not accurate at all. So I just kept doing that.
No, well, there was a lot of fog this week, and I saw people like getting foggy Pokemon for the first time. So they were like seeing the snowy form cast form. They're like, what the fuck is this thing? Because like in areas that typically don't get fog, that was kind of common. So that was interesting. That's weather week in a nutshell. It was just the spawns were cool. I think that the rainy form cast forms were a little light. I was getting a majority of them from research, and I didn't like how the natural weather spawns were conflicting with the event weather spawn things. Kind of funky. And where the fuck the dragons at? But anyway, speaking of dragons, we did have Rayquaza special raid weekend, and many of us went pretty fucking buck wild for this thing. It had guaranteed Candy XL, 3 candy guaranteed per raid, which was really fucking awesome. And we also had Slugma Spotlight Hour today with double catch candy that no one really cares about. So anyway, thoughts on Weather Week, Adam? Any, did this hit you like you hoped it would?
Underwhelming.
Or no? I like the event. I just didn't have the immersion. I just didn't feel like there was actually something going on.
Like, if the game changed, it's like consistent. The in-game weather, like, every hour. Because they've done that before. But, like, if it changed every hour, like, hour 1 is, sunny. Hour 2 is cloudy. Hour 3
where,
is
like,
rainy.
the icon would actually change on the screen.
Yes, and it was controlled.
The spawns would reflect.
Yeah, so what you said, where you shut down the spawns, but giving us different weather changes the spawn pool.
Yep.
So it's not
that would have been cool.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
Even if it was just one day, I would have been happy with that. But no, we had weather week. Let's have underwhelming week.
No,
I love it.
I did see a lot of like, people on Twitter saying like, "Oh, great! I can get my Dratinis now. I can get my dragons." And it's like, nope,
that's what I was thinking.
Nope.
Flying
but
types only.
What about exactly? What about Therian Form Thunderous? Did you do any of those? Like that, it felt like it was here forever.
Wait, the tiny legs?
Tiny legs.
Yeah, I did a couple.
Okay, so I kind of chilled out on it over the last week because I went pretty heavy early on. So I was kind of saving all my shit for Rayquaza raid weekend. And how did this go for you? Were you able to do some raids, some remotes, some in person? How'd it go?
I did. I wasn't, honestly, I was spending the weekend with my family. I know I was hiking with my son. We went to Fun Spot on Sunday. So like, I had my phone on me, so any raids that were sent to me, I tried to do if I had the time. I'd say that I probably did like 15 to 20 possibly would be the max.
That's good. That's good for Adam. That's really good for Adam.
Yeah, and it's
nice.
like I had already purchased the three, so I used those 3, then another 3. At the very least,
what did you buy your coins? What increment did you buy your coins? $10, $20?
Well, it was the previous. Like I still had some left over.
Oh, all right. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
good,
so
good.
I think I spent 1,000 coins. Yeah, so 250. Yeah, they got 4 sets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
12.
So 12. I think I had 15. Just all in general. I think I had 15. I think I had 3 to start with, but then I got 4 bundles.
And did you do any in person, or were they all remote?
I did one in person because I was actually physically at that one, the one that I texted you, and that was when I was at the Keller house in Laconia. Yes, and there was a Rayquaza there, and I battled it, and I got a shiny.
Yeah, that's awesome. that's great, man. I put a little poll up on Twitter just to kind of take the temperature of the community. I said, how many Rayquaza raids did you do? Comment with how many of those were remote. Then I put a poll 0 to 10, 11 to 25, 26 to 50, or 51 plus. And the majority of people, 42%, did 0 to 10 Rayquaza raids. I figured that would be the norm, especially if people are only using their free passes. They get their, 3 Rayquaza if they stacked one up over the one day. But that was 42%. Now, tied at 22% was the 11 and 25 bracket and the 51 plus bracket. And then in third place was the 26 to 50. But I do want to talk about the 51 plus because it seems that a lot of the people that were in this 51 plus weren't doing like 52, 53, 54. They were doing like 60, 70, 100, 150. Like people went fucking berserk. 600, 700 fucking XL candy, for Rayquaza when it's all said and done. Like absolutely insane. I think Reversal said he did 400, which is like absolutely insane. So it's pretty wild how ham people went on this shit. But it was fun. I ended up doing about I think I did like 38. So I mean I didn't go too crazy. But I got 3 shinies out of the 38, which is wild. So I will take those fucking odds any day. But man, the activity level on social and just in the community, in the Discords, all the different remote raids going around, and on this Twitter poll, pretty much everyone was saying 90 to 99% of all the raids they did were remote. So holy shit, a lot of money spent on the game this week. I'd love to see the weekend numbers because this was a massive weekend. People were out fucking playing. So this was awesome, right? Like this is how you bring a legendary back. It felt like, I don't know. These other legendaries just didn't seem to have an impact like Rayquaza. Like that was fucking so cool.
Well, it had the ability to be shiny. It also has a mega, so we know that it's like worth rating.
Yeah.
And it's worth getting the 100% because it is so strong. So it's not like bringing a Virizion back and being like, oh my god, it can be shiny. Like there's a little bit more factors that go into the choice of Rayquaza.
Yeah, well, it's also a badass legendary and a badass shiny. So it's like, in addition to being, a legendary, it's a cool legendary. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But man, that was good shit. A lot of fun.
Can they do this for a Keldeo? Come on, that's what I want.
Yo, I need Keldeo. All right, but moving on into April now, and they did announce this tricky Pokemon April Fool's Day event, Adam. This hasn't happened yet. By the time you hear this podcast, it will have happened. So all we can do is kind of speculate. And Adam, you really want your pixel art, right? Like they've done in the past?
That's all that I want.
All right, so we'll talk about it next week if Adam will get his wish. But for now, you have this going on in April. So April will have the start of the Team Go Rocket timed research, which will run through the 8th. You can get Shadow Zapdos from Giovanni. But they did announce the tricky Pokemon event. They've done this before. And this one's pretty cool. So it's going to run on April Fool's Day all day. So, 12 midnight on April Fool's all the way 24 hours. And it'll be, wrapped up by the time you hear this, so we'll keep this kind of brief. But mischievous Pokemon will be spawning. Shadow Apom will be with Team Go Rocket, and more grunts will be appearing. There's going to be Ghost Snapshot surprises, and an increased amount of Ditto with Purloin being added to the Ditto pool. So that's kind of cool. Adam, we can share our thoughts next week on like how we did, but what's your hot take on this? Are you going to take your time with the timed research and then end up like in a panic on that Thursday night, like just before it ends, like trying to scramble to get it done? Like, is that pretty much how you'll?
I mean, it depends on how easy it is. Yeah,
it's going to be doing grunts. I can only imagine it's going to be like defeat 6 grunts, defeat each team leader. That going through that whole cycle of probably anywhere between 18 and 27 grunt and leader battles total, so that's a grind, but you have 8 days to do it. So good luck with that, everybody. I'm definitely getting my Shadow Zapdos. I'm doing one of each bird just to keep like the inventory balanced. But I don't know, man. They haven't like said, can shiny Ditto be a thing? Like they still haven't talked about that.
That would be a cool addition.
Well, it's like it really would, because there's been no real talk of it since the Kanto tour. And it's like, fuck, what's going on here? Like that would be amazing. People would hunt the shit out of that. They'd be like, ooh, a Purloin. Let me fucking click on that shit. Zubat, fucking all that shit. But it hasn't happened yet, so we'll have to talk about it next week. But we can move on from that. The Spring into Spring event. So April 1st, we have the April Fool's Day thing. The 2nd and 3rd, we're going to have natural seasonal spawns, Season of Legend spawns. And then on the 4th, we have the Spring into Spring event. We knew this was happening, but now we have the details. It's going to run from 10 a.m. on the 4th through the 8th at 8 p.m. local time. Spring Pokemon will be in the wild along with Flower Crown Pikachu and the release of Shiny Bunnelby. The Chansey family with Flower Crowns will be available, and they are promoting Shiny, Happiny, and Eggs and Chansey in the wild. Kind of makes me upset that they're not promoting Blissey. If Blissey was a wild spawn, right? Flower Crown Blissey with the potential to be shiny, that would be the ultimate chase Pokemon and chase shiny hunt. I think that would have been so fucking cool. I would love to see them do that. Maybe they'll pull it up, out of their sleeve or something.
Hopefully.
Right? That would be fucking awesome. Like, it's cool enough to see a Blissey on your map, but a Flower Crown Blissey, and that it could be shiny as an evolved form. Like, people were catching shiny Pidgeot this week. That's fucking awesome. Like, that's so cool. Like, I totally want that for Blissey. I totally do. Shadow Execute will be appearing more often in Team Go Rocket battles. Eevee, Pichu, and Happiny will be in 2K eggs, along with Togepi, Azurill, Buneary, Munchlax, Rufflet, and Bunnelby. And Adam, I hate to say it, but they're going to fucking get me. I'm going to go after 2K eggs because of this stupid fucking Flower Crown Happiny. It's going to be diluted with all these other freaking Pokemon, and I'm going to use Super Incubators on 2Ks. I'm going for it, Adam.
And you're going to walk your butt off.
This is what I've been waiting for. Fucking using my Super Incubators on 2Ks. I always talk shit, and now here I am. I'll be that guy. I'll definitely be that guy.
Use the Super Incubators.
Exactly.
It's only going to take you 5 minutes.
But the big news here is Mega. The big news here is Mega Lopunny will be the surprise Mega Pokemon. We kind of all called this, which we talked about last week. It'll also bring Mega Lopunny inspired avatar items into the shop. So maybe there'll be some like thigh highs or some shit going on in the shop. Geez. Event stickers will be coming from gifts and Pokestops. Those are always fun. And event-exclusive field research. And we have the return of the collection challenge, which we haven't seen since the Kanto Tour, which was back in February.
Wow,
so I'm really
I forgot about that.
I know, man. They're so much fun. So, that it'll be interesting to see what they put on there. I'm sure, Flower Crown Chansey will be on there as the chase or something like that. But that would be a lot of fun. What else? We have... and then for the duration of the event, we have double hatch candy, 1 hour lucky eggs, and half hatch distance. Holy shnikes. Adam, what are your thoughts?
I love half hatch distance because we were spoiled rotten with it for the longest time. So I can't wait to have that back. Yep. Lucky eggs, I don't care about. I don't think I've ever cared about them. The hatch candy is cool because then it forces you to want to hatch more eggs. So
oh god, I'm gonna spend so much money on fucking incubators doing 2Ks that are only gonna cost me 1K, and then I'm gonna have a fucking super incubator. I'm gonna go through it so quick.
It's half hatch distance. Just get the normal ones. Save 50 coins. Take your time.
Well, I'm not gonna be buying them a la carte.
Yes, you just need to do that.
No.
I'm wicked excited for Bunnelby.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because we just got its release in the TCG with Shining Fates, so that was super cool. And it just came out, so it feels like really early, but it feels really good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's good timing. Definitely fits with the Easter theme, like Easter event, not so Easter event kind of thing.
Yes.
So that's really cool. Mega Lopunny is interest you? I mean, or is it
not really. I don't think really any of the megas really interest me. I'm more excited for the Flower Crowns than I am Mega Lopunny. If that tells you something.
No, me too. Fuck yeah, man. I want the Candy XL so I can start powering up my my level 40 Blissey squad, I need that Candy XL.
You said this starts soon?
This starts on the 4th.
Okay, so, man, I get paid on the 9th. I was like...
Oh, dude, that's like, I know I'm going to go through so many fucking incubators. I know it, and it's just like, I just need to accept it and write it off immediately because it's inevitable.
Is this tax deductible? I can't tell.
But the half hatch distance is nice too, especially with the April Fool's Team Go Rocket increase. So if you can stack some 12K from defeating the leaders, hold on to them, wait till the 4th, and then put them in the incubators during this event. So that way you get half hatch distance on the 12Ks. You know what I'm saying? Like, be efficient about it. What else? Would you build a big Blissey? Do you have a big Blissey?
I have a 100% Blissey that's currently in a gym right now, but it is powered up.
Yeah.
Past because I think I only had a couple XL candies, so I only got to power it up one additional time.
Oh, but it was maxed though, so it's level 40.5.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah! Nice, Adam.
Nice. Let's go.
That's great. Fuck, I was gonna be like, Adam, you have to build a big Blissey, but you already have one, so fantastic.
Yeah, as soon as you started talking about it being, well, no, I'm just kidding. I spent all the Stardust to get it to 100% the second I got that.
Did you put like rare candy in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we were fucking around on the in the Discord earlier, and Lachlan posted on his nearby he had a Noibat, and he's like, I guess I gotta leave my house. And then we all started talking about Noibat, and I was like, yo, look, I got the Noivern. I fucking put 411 rare candy into that bitch.
Listen, all my rare candy, I forgot about Noibat, but all my rare candy's been going into my 100% Garchomp.
You love that thing.
I love that thing. It's still my buddy.
You love that thing.
But speaking of Noibat, I just caught one right before we recorded.
Yeah, what's up with that? We were just talking about it. It's like,
and then
he goes, Noibat!
And then literally right before that, I caught a Pikachu that was like, I was like, the stats look good. I checked it, rank 14 for Raichu in Great League. So I was like,
yeah,
that's awesome. And then right before that, I caught a 96% Frillish, the pink form, the
ballin', son,
ballin',
ballin'.
female, I think, yes. And
yes,
so I was just like, wow, that is the strongest Frillish I've seen. They've all been just like 0 stars or 1 stars. So to see one immediately just like hit you in the face, and I was like, what is up with all these spawns? And then earlier this morning, I had the house spawn that was a fan feed that was 100%. I can't keep up with the game.
You've had some good luck. That's nice. All right, moving on. We did have a small PvP move update. This came by way of the Season 7 GBL blog that they kind of put out at the beginning of the Season of Legends. But it's a very small update, only encompasses 2 different moves. The first being a new move to the game, Leaf Storm. It's a grass type, a charged attack move. It's been added to the game. Note that it will decrease your attack stat after each use. Sunflora, Celebi, Ludicolo, Roserade, and Leavanny can learn it. I don't know much about this yet. I haven't dug into it. So if there is any like real PvP relevance, we'll discuss it next week on the show after we get some more data. The second move here is Payback, which is an existing Dark-type charge attack move, which can now be learned by Persian, Alolan Persian, Cacnea, Cactoon, Absol, Bronzor, Bronzong, and Liepard. So again, same thing. If any of these Pokemon with this move now have some relevance, we'll be sure to cover it and talk about it next week. Adam, any hot take here? Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, I'm not too keen on like these. I mean, I guess the Leaf Storm. I mean, I like my grass type attackers, but if I can't put it on my Sceptile or my Leafeon, I don't need it.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
All right, moving on. Another quick one here. This is the referral program. This was launched in Australia, I guess, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago already. But it is now live worldwide. If you need a referral code, mine is, and I'll put this in the description as well, but my code is MMKQH9CPY. Again, MMKQH9CPY. I'll put it in the description.
And now where would one put this in?
Okay, so if you want to find your referral code, you go to the friends list menu, and now there's an invite button. So you would hit the invite, and it would show you your code, and then you can copy the code or share it, through an app or social, something like that.
Can I give the fans mine?
Do you know it?
I do. I have it right here.
Well, let me type it as you say it so that I can add it to the description. Hold on. Adam's referral code. Everyone's creating an additional alt account just to... Go ahead. What's your code?
It's XCJYJWJD6.
All right, so I'll put both of our referral codes in the description, and hopefully you're not making alt accounts just to do this. There's some really good fucking conspiracy theories going on. The good one I heard today was, this is only a ploy by Niantic to find people that are running alt accounts so they can ban them. That's the purpose of the referral system, is to ban alt accounts.
That's got to be what it is, not to get more people to play the game.
I thought that shit was hilarious. That was so funny. But this is pretty cool. I mean, Zoe did some awesome coverage on this, so check out Zoe Two Dots' channel to kind of look at her videos. But
I'm literally wearing her T-shirt right now.
Are you really?
I'm going to take a picture just so you can see.
Adam, guess what shirt I'm wearing right now? The Good Egg shirt.
I'm wearing the Zoe Two
Yo,
Dots
we're
one.
repping for Zoe. What up, Zoe? Oh shit. Anyway, but this is actually really cool. So you get your code, like I said, from your friends list. You hit invite. But if you're referring someone, then they would either enter the referral code at the time they're creating their account. There's going to be an option, or they can enter it later once they're if they're an existing player from the friends list, so they can add it right then and there. So and remember, this also works for Pokemon accounts that have been dormant for 90 days or more. So if people have not logged in 90 days, they will be eligible to do this. And then as soon as they put that in, you'll start to earn rewards as that new player or that referred player plays the game and does stuff. And some of the rewards are pretty fucking awesome, like Gibble and stuff. So it's really cool. I don't know. I think I heard something, and I haven't tried this yet, but I don't know if you have to, if your friends list is full, this may not, like the referral code may not work, like because your list is, I don't know if you become friends with them. I don't know how it works. We have to see.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
But I want to do it with somebody.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No, but that's the thing. It's like I think that it takes a friend slot. I don't know though. I don't know. So if you have any feedback on that, let us know. What else? There are Yeah, the real question is, will this promote the alt account thing? Like where do you stand on that? I can't see people doing it. I really can't. Not just for this.
I'm going to be honest. My son doesn't have access to a device that can log him into it. So the only way would be to switch profiles. But like, I don't want to do that because I'm always playing.
Yeah, I was going to say, when are you going to give him your phone and like, here, go ahead, son, play the game. And while you're not playing, yeah, F that. That's not happening.
I'm too selfish. No. You want to have fun? You could do this raid for me. Thanks.
So my son hasn't logged in a while, and I definitely know he hasn't because he wanted to log in like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and he was just like, I need my password. So he's been logged out for fucking ages. He like really just doesn't play the game at all anymore. So I'm gonna try to coerce him to logging back in. It's like it's so funny. Like he loves Rayquaza. And I couldn't even get him to do a Rayquaza raid this weekend. So it was like he just had no interest in Go at all, which is ironic because he was going bonkers because he was getting he got Rayquaza in Sword and Shield and Dynamax Adventures. He was on a mission to find this shit. Adrock from the Discord ended up inviting him to a den, so he was fired up, man, that he got to play with our community and end up getting the Rayquaza. But he would not do it in Go. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do it in Go, little punk. I was giving him crap. Anyways. I like this. Rewards are good. New players is good too. So get people involved. Be proactive. You see someone playing a fucking mobile game, be like, hey, did you ever consider Pokemon Go? Spread the gospel for Arceus. But Adam, I think that's a good front half. We can take a little break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some miscellaneous news. We've got a list on our email.
Miscellaneous news. And, it sounds mixed.
And we'll talk about this known issues page because there's some good ones on there. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, we need to take a break before we get into this.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we'll go over that stuff. We'll be back right after this. We're back from our break. Thank you so much for that. A little housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. As per usual, this podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Eric, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, J. Mackle, Jolt Switch, Justin, Ken, Lynchbot, Malachi, Mike, M. Pitts, Pokénabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky, Sam, Smeatwad, The Joker, The Noise, and Woodwoo's Wolf. Thank you so much for your continued support. We really appreciate it. And a huge shout out to our gym leader tier patrons, Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, MD, Talon, Tish, TN Comics Wiz, and new for this week, Sharkfin. Yo, Sharkfin's a badass name.
Taking a bite out of crime.
What a cool name. And of course, a lot of love to our executive producer, Paul Bhatt. Thank you, Paul. And if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. And the merch store is open, PokemonProfessor.com/merch. All right, Adam, miscellaneous news. Niantic AR glasses were teased in an image by John Hankey. Did you see these things?
I saw them. Well, I saw the side of it.
All right, so it was like a very artsy fartsy angle, little kind of teaser side where you just see like the hinge of the glass, what would be the hinge, and you see a frameless glass that's transparent attached to this, and they have Niantic branding down the side. They do not look that bulky. They are definitely not this giant HoloLens contraption on your fucking head. The lenses look like regular glasses. So, what does this mean? This means that Niantic definitely is getting into the hardware business. Now, we knew that they partnered with, the glass company. It's got to be a year ago or something like that. We knew that this was coming, but now we're seeing the prototype. We're seeing the Niantic branding on the glasses. It's hella exciting, dude. Like, I am so freaking ready for this. Like, can you imagine having the game on, waking up in the morning, putting your glasses on, rolling out of bed, and there's fucking Pokemon in your room, like that you're just seeing. Oh, it sounds so good. That sounds so good. That'd be so much fun.
It would be fun.
But think about being able to Go Plus, right? Play with the Go Plus and the glasses. That's an awesome experience. Because then you're just looking around, you see a Pokemon, and boom, you can Go Plus it. That would be fucking cool. Cool as shit. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. All right.
But you're going to need to.
Give me a cybernetic eyeball already. All right, listener email. This one from SerAmanda. This is a really good one. It's a little long, but it's worth the trip here. It says, recently I realized that I'm catching 200 plus Pokemon per day by hand, and I bet people with gachas are catching even more. But anyway, appraising this is kind of a drag, but it's just a thing that happens. But one day I realized, why am I appraising everything? I'll sit on a random perfect PvP IV Pokemon, non-meta Pokemon for who knows how long, for, maybe one day it'll be useful. But the Pokemon that I already have perfect PvP IVs for, or that are pretty darn good and I've already invested the dust plus a second move on, I'm not going to build another one. So why am I even wasting my time checking IVs on those Pokemon? So I've been building my own Instatrash search string and adding to it as I go. It's been a real time saver, being able to Instajunk 30 plus things without even having to bother to appraise. I don't see a downside. Just to give you an idea, here's my current search string, and I'm actually going to copy this into the description so you can see it. It's pretty cool. And what she does is she first tags age 0 to 7, meaning only stuff in the first week is going to be targeted here. That way older stuff that you've just been keeping for, a long time won't even come up in the search string. Then says the exclamation point 4-star. So exclude 4-star. And then she says exclamation shiny. So exclude shiny, exclude lucky, and exclude alola, because she specifically wants to make sure that she keeps her Alolans because she doesn't want to get rid of Alolan Raichus. And she excludes Pokemon with distance, caught over 20 kilometers. So they'd be good for trade distance. And then she has a whole bunch of different Pokemon names and numbers, Pokedex numbers, of like shit that she doesn't even care about. Snubble, Combee, Bidoof, Cottony, Psyduck, Yanm, like all these names. So she can instantly trash this shit as soon as she's done like with a catch session. And then she goes on and gives like a glossary of all the different search terms in the search string. But I never thought of doing this, and I'm not appraising everything though. I do my 4-star scan, and that's about it. So Adam, what's it like for you to appraise? But Amanda, well, first of all, Amanda, this is awesome. Great email and great idea. And I think some people would probably start adopting this. But Adam, what's your appraisal process like? You appraise fucking everything, don't you?
Everything. I literally appraise everything. My box though is so full. It's at 3,899.
Wow. Yeah, I did a legendary purge the other day, so I got rid of 200 legendary. So that saved me a bunch of room, but then I picked up all these fucking Rayquaza I got to get rid of. But my when my box is clean, I get down to about 3,300 Pokemon now. So then I have 700 of room, which is nice. But I mean, if you've already got the PvP IVs and you don't care about building another one of these Pokemon, this makes so much sense to just fucking copy and paste this out of notes and boom, delete them all at once. You don't have to worry about shit. Pretty cool. All right, finally, let's wrap up with the known issues page, Adam. This was pretty exciting.
Raid guide and battle part of it.
The
known issues.
But what I'm going to do here is I'll kind of read the known issue and let you know where they're at, like what status it's under. Then you can give me your hot take and we'll move on to the next one. You ready? Rapid fire.
Yes.
Okay. This was updated again. This is the standard known issues page. We'll talk about the GBL known issues in a second. But there's a standard known issues page updated on the March 30th. Here we go. Emojis and Pokemon names are causing the app to crash. Currently investigating. What? It's like, honestly,
that Cubert noises.
No, but people have weird like naming conventions to separate their Pokemon. Like if it's, whatever. Some of them put like different shapes to represent different things, or you know what I mean. So that could really fuck shit up. I don't do that, but I know a lot of people that do. So I've seen it like in their buddy names. So let us know if that's affecting you. Kind of funky, but you don't do like emojis or symbols?
No, nope.
I think like if you were to use like Pokegenie and like copy their naming,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I think it does drop in emojis, like as it uses symbols.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do my Delibird. I'm gonna give it a
special,
like
the gift
emoji.
The gift emoji.
No, not that one.
All right. Here's one I'm sure no one was really complaining about. AR scanning research tasks are not being received from spinning Pokestops. They're saying that that's resolved, but I didn't hear one person complain about this at all. Like, did you hear anything on this one?
Nope.
No, because no one really wants them anyway, except the hardcore few like myself. All right, level up statistics were incorrect. So, Adam, I actually did want to talk about this. You leveled up.
I did. I finally said to myself, Yay! I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to evolve random Pokemon. I was like, I deserve to get to level 42.
Dude,
so.
It's amazing how slow, like how you don't care. It's amazing. I cannot do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the 200 super effective charged attacks.
Okay.
I'm 90 out of the 200.
But it's so what this
almost there, folks.
Was that when you level up, it gives you a little recap of your performance over the length of the time you spent in that level. But the statistics were not reading right. Like it has like a raid counter, and some people were like, they probably had 100, 200 raids during that portion. But it was only reflecting in that, update 10 raids, 11 raids. So it clearly was wrong. So, unfortunate thing, but that they are investigating that now. This one was more of like a weird annoyance, but Team Go Rocket characters were like justified to the right side of the screen. So like when you saw a grunt or whatever, it was like pushed off to the right and cut off on the side of the screen. Have you noticed that?
Yes. Yeah, it's almost like they're just a little further.
Yeah, they're just pushed to the right.
They're not hanging out next to you,
Yeah, they're not centered.
I did notice that.
But they did say this is going to be resolved in an upcoming release of 0.205. So if that was bothering your eyeballs, that will go away. This is an interesting one. Trainers with the newest version of Niantic Friends may see a blank Niantic profile. And they're investigating this. So I'm assuming this has to go with Niantic Social. Maybe if someone had another game and, they're not in Pokemon Go, but they're in Harry Potter, and you click on their name, it would show you like a blank profile. There's nothing to show there. I guess. I haven't seen this with my own eyes. But that was pretty interesting. What else do we have here? Oh, this one, Adam, I'm curious if you've seen this. Pokestops and gyms and Pokemon not appearing outside the immediate vicinity of the player location. This is investigating. Now, this used to be a resolved feature, and they moved it back to investigating. This is where, like, gyms won't load. Where, like, all of a sudden you're in an area with gyms and stops, and the map is blank. And you're like, when did that happen? Like, there was previously gyms loaded on the map, and now all of a sudden there's blank. Like, this is happening to you?
See, I thought it was only happening when my Go Plus was connected. I was like, okay, I'll just close out of the game and reload it. But I've had to reload it several times. Like, now that we're talking about this, this is like I'm spinning stops. It says like, ooh, you get another research task, like new research task. It's showing like the Pokeballs and stuff that I'm picking up from stops, but it's not actually showing me the stops. So like, I know they're there.
Yeah, they're there. They're just not being represented on the map. And I actually had a dialogue going with Niantic support, and we were talking about this. This is like on the in the Insider Niantic chat, and we're trying to like pick up on like what's consistent when this is happening. Like what's consistent? Like what can we kind of tie to this? And at first, I didn't have anything for them, but what I noticed, and I'm constantly switching between apps. So I have Pokemon Go open. I'll always have like the social media channels open in the background. I have, a lot of time I'm taking calls, and a lot of time I have like music streaming going, whether it's Amazon Music or whatever. So I noticed.
Oh yeah, I know it's with music too.
Yeah,
music is the big one.
Yep, I noticed
that's the thing
when I use Amazon Music.
Yeah,
and then I go back to Go. That's when the shit isn't happening. Like the stuff isn't loading. So if anyone's experiencing this, troubleshoot this a little bit. Be a little bit of a Detective Pikachu. Like run your streaming music, or open Pokemon Go, play. Then go to your streaming app, launch it, play some music, and go back to Pokemon Go and see if this happens. Because that's definitely when it's happening for me. That's definitely
it's iTunes.
Yeah,
when I'm listening to music.
See, I'm on Amazon Music, so or a podcast app even, like the Apple Podcast app. So it's like that's when I seem to see this happening. That's like the consistent thing that I've seen. So I'd like to test the waters and see if anyone else is experiencing that. But it's fucking annoying, especially because it's one thing to just spin the stops. Yeah, you get the items with the Go Plus, but I want to drop my Pokemon in gyms, or I want to take this gym down, and it's like shit. I some days I'm reloading the game 4 or 5 times just because of this. You know what I mean? Like, so that could be a little over the top. So let us know if you've experienced that. I'm sure you have. It's pretty rampant. All right, now we can move over to the Go Battle League known issues page. This is, again, a separate landing page, which was cool. They broke it out. But there's some pretty significant stuff on here. And this was updated on March 29th, so just a day before the standard one was. Master League Classic, which is supposed to be capped at level 40, right? That's the whole, allure of Master League Classic, was allowing Pokemon that were level 40.5 into Master League Classic. That's like one power-up, like one 10 XL Candy power-up, giving them a clear, advantage because they're higher level. So that was fucked up. They're saying that's going to be resolved in the upcoming release 0.205, so I have to pay attention to that. The whole thing we were talking about last week with buffs not clearing when you swap in another Pokemon after the swap timer runs out. Yeah, that's still happening. And so that's an investigating status. Now, this is going to be interesting because in the tricky Pokemon April Fool's Day thing, the GBL swap timer is cut in half. So,
really?
Yeah, that's like one of the little mischievous things of the event. Now, if this is happening a lot, where people are going to be, faced with the swap timer timing out, and now they're cutting that time in half, this bug is going to be more noticeable because more people are going to let the timer run out, even if they're doing it by accident. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to be deliberate now to let the timer run out. Like, all right, I'm going to wait, and let it run out. But if it's cut in half, you may be caught thinking or caught sleeping, and you don't get to the switch in time, and then before you know it, you bring in a fucking, Mewtwo, and it's got the buff from fucking 4 levels of attack increase from the Lucario that was just in. That was powered up. So it's like, that's kind of fucked up. Still investigating. And then one more. Trainers unable to find a match, resulting in error finding match text to pop up. And queue times have been exceptionally long. And I've noticed the feedback, especially in the higher ranks. And ultimately, they time out. So they go in to find a match, Great League, rank 20 or up, and the queue time is forever, and then eventually they get the error, it times out, and they have to reload the game. So that's a fucked up issue, but I haven't experienced any of that shit because, I've heard this is on the higher ranks. I've been sleeping this...
not for our like.
Well, it's like I'm rank 11 right now, and it's like I didn't play shit for Ultra, and now that Master is here, I'm back in. I did the same thing last season. I got to like rank 10, sat Ultra out, and then when Master and Great came back, I went pretty heavy, and I'll get to my fucking to my rank 20, and I'll be happy. That's my goal. Adam, we did it. That was a show.
That was a show?
That was a show.
Is that what just happened?
That just happened, dude. I was there. You don't have to tell me. I was there. You were there, too.
You were there?
Yes.
I was there.
That was a show. No, man, I'm excited for April, dude. I really am. I think, the momentum coming off Rayquaza, I don't know if people are going to be like, oh, I need to chill with the spending or what, but the events are going to start rolling in before we know it. We're going to have Community Day. It's like all this shit is happening. April Fools. We got Spring in the Spring. This is going to be a very busy week. I'm excited.
I am also very excited.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, so much for checking out the show. We really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. Please check out luredup.com for everything we have going on with the show. PokemonProfessor.com for everything going on with the network. You can email us, info@luredup.com. And you can call, text, and leave us videos, whatever, 732-835-8639. Adam, it is 1:30 in the morning. I officially have to be up in 4.5 hours.
All right, as do I. So I will let you go. Have a wonderful night.
All right, everyone, keep training, trainers. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.